Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood history and has scored over $500 million starring in movie franchises such as Jumanji and Fast and the Furious. And this guy also made big bank as the biggest trash talker in WWE history.
You can see me. I can see you. Can you see me? Oh, believe me, we all can see you.
So, where did all that money go? I'll tell you where it went. To cars. Stylish, powerful, and luxurious cars. From vintage Chevys to multi-million-dollar limited edition Ferraris, let's step inside The Rock's really fast and really furious car collection.
It's sports entertainment today. Oh, the people that
Number 1, the 1999 Plymouth Prowler. Starting with the cheapest in this lineup, we have the $38,000 1999 Plymouth Prowler, and this is the only one I could probably afford, unless you don't forget to hit the like button or subscribe to the channel. This 253 horsepower V6 engine beast from Chrysler looks like it came straight out of a Mad Max movie set, and The Rock got it customized to his taste after he used it in the 2013 movie Pain and Gain. And with a top speed of 125 miles per hour, plus being able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds, you can say this one was no pain, all gain. Number 2, the 2012 Ford F-150. Next on this list is the 2012 Ford F-150 truck, and this is one of Dwayne's personal favorites because he's been spotted driving this one a couple of times. If there's any car you could say suits The Rock's personality, the $52,000 Ford F-150 would be close to the top of that list. He might only own the 2012 model, but with a 5.0-liter V8 engine, 380 pound-feet of torque, and 360 horsepower, this vehicle is an absolute beast. And if you've seen any The Rock movie recently, you wouldn't be surprised he has something like this. Number 3, the 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Coming up next, we're heading back to the sports cars with the 1971 Chevy Chevelle SS. This vintage piece is a classic, especially if you've played any racing game from just before the 2010s. The Rock was introduced to muscle cars such as this Chevy while he was shooting for the Fast and Furious, and when he saw co-star Vin Diesel driving one, he couldn't bear being the less furious one, so he forked out close to $72,000 to get his own Chevy muscle car. But you can't say he only got it because he didn't want to lose the muscle car wars with Vin, as this 1971 Chevy was packing a punch with its 5.7-liter V8 engine capable of generating 365 horsepower. It's not the fastest in his collection with only a top speed of 130 miles per hour, but as the oldest in his collection, I think this one can slide. Number 4, the Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. This next one has probably the catchiest name in the entire collection. It's called the Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. How cool is that? Combines two of my favorite things. I'll let you guess which ones. The Velociraptor is yet another pickup truck in The Rock's car collection, and it was custom made for him as a gift from HBO for his performances in their successful series Ballers that ran for 5 seasons from 2015. This pickup truck set HBO back around $150,000 and was customized for The Rock by Hennessy Performance Engineering, so it's no surprise how powerful the thing is. With a supercharged 5.0-liter V8 engine capable of producing 750 horsepower, it is one of the most powerful cars in his collection. It's also quite speedy too, as it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.1 seconds. You wouldn't want to get in the way of anyone driving this monster. Number 5, the 2013 Lamborghini Aventador. Stepping into the more stylish luxury car section of this collection, we have the custom-finished 2013 Lamborghini Aventador. This is one of The Rock's most popular cars, partly because Aventadors are sought-after, super comfortable supercars with exclusivity, impressive performance, and a striking design, and partly because of all the rap songs they've been mentioned in or have featured in. I'm looking at you, Rick Ross. With a 6.5-liter V12 engine, 700 horsepower, 217 miles per hour top speed, and an ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, it's no wonder this 4-speed automatic beast set him back close to $400,000, which is more than 10 times the cheapest car on this list. Talk about inclusivity. Number 6, the Lamborghini Huracan. Sticking with Lambos, The Rock has yet another one in his arsenal, a black Lamborghini Huracan. Despite his love for big trucks and powerful vehicles, The Rock certainly doesn't discriminate against sleek-looking sports cars, and he showed that once again when he splashed around $242,000 on another Lambo. The stylish Huracan comes with a 602 horsepower, 5.2-liter V10 engine that cranks out 412 pound-feet of torque and offers a top speed of 202 miles per hour. With an acceleration acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour within 2.6 seconds, the Huracan gets to 60 miles per hour quicker than the more expensive Aventador. So when it comes to acceleration, you could say that this Lamborghini definitely Huracan. Number 7, the Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR. The Rock has all kinds of luxury cars in his garage, including luxury SUVs. Yep, you heard that right. He has a $100,000 plus Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR luxury SUV, which he got while shooting for the Ballers series on HBO. That's now 2 luxury cars he's got from Ballers. How poetic. This Range Rover comes with a 5.0-liter supercharged V8, 575 horsepower engine, and while it isn't the quickest around with its 176 miles per hour top speed, it's certainly powerful enough for those long and difficult drives and large enough for family trips. But even without family involved, it's no surprise that the Rock's garage is filled with supersized cars. I mean, have you seen the size of that dude? Number 8, the McLaren 650S. Back to sports cars now, and The Rock was introduced to British sports car brand McLaren during his time shooting for the Fast and Furious franchise, and just like he did with Vin Diesel, The Rock saw co-star Jason Statham own a couple of McLarens and decided, why not? So he only went out and splurged $309,000 on a green color McLaren 650S. It might cost a lot of money, but Dwayne loves his cars, and when it's packing a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine which can produce 641 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, and can also get to a top speed of 207 miles per hour, then it's certainly not a difficult decision, at least not for someone like Dwayne. Number 9, the Rolls-Royce Wraith. The $300,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith is probably The Rock's favorite car that isn't a supersized SUV or truck because of the amount of times he's been spotted driving this baby, and it's no surprise why. The 2-door Rolls-Royce Wraith comes with a classy exterior which looks like something out of a James Bond movie, and the interior is no slouch either. But the power of this thing cannot be understated. I mean, it comes with a freaking 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 8-speed automatic transmission engine capable of producing 624 horsepower and 605 pound-feet of torque. Wow! The top speed might not be extreme at 155 miles per hour, but if I drove one of these, I'd like to take my time as much as possible so everyone would know I'm in town. Number 10, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. A celebrity car garage isn't complete without a Rolls-Royce, so Dwayne Johnson went and got himself 2. One for Dwayne Johnson and one for The Rock. I'm just kidding, but still, after he got his first Rolls-Royce, he probably went, I want another one. Like DJ Khaled, and once Rolls-Royce dropped the Cullinan, he decided it was the perfect opportunity to score his second one. And it was an SUV, so you just know he wasn't going to pass up the chance. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan isn't cheap though, costing The Rock close to $335,000. But that's about the average cost of the cars in his collection, so we could say his second Rolls-Royce purchase wasn't too extravagant, and just like the Wraith, the Cullinan comes with a twin-turbocharged V12 engine, although it has a 6.75-liter one as opposed to 6.6 from the Wraith. With 563 horsepower, it also has less horsepower than the Wraith, but can achieve the same 155 mile per hour top speed, so once again, you're probably only going to be seeing Dwayne rolling down the streets of Hollywood or making airport runs in this one. Number 11, the 2017 Ford GT. We're now stepping into the limited edition zone of the collection, and the first one here is his white color 2017 Ford GT. This sleek sports car is probably one of the most streamlined cars in The Rock's entire collection, and despite being kinda small for him, he was willing to splash a whopping $453,000 plus to get it, and you could probably understand why once you find out the specs, or that he's been a longtime brand ambassador for Ford. But really, the specs aren't half bad. Its powerful 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engines are capable of producing 647 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque, and secondly, it can go zoom zoom real quick, from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds with a top speed of 216 miles per hour as claimed by Ford. The great thing about limited edition cars is the fact that they can shoot up in value, and the Ford GT is currently worth north of $1 million, so you could call it one of The Rock's best performing assets. Number 12, the Pagani Huayra Project Vulcan. It seems like most of The Rock's cars have been inspired by either the Fast and the Furious franchise or the Ballers TV series, because he was first seen driving the supremely exotic and crazily expensive Pagani Huayra Project Vulcan at the premiere of Ballers. Speaking of limited edition cars, the Pagani Huayra only has 100 units ever made, which is why a single one would cost you at least a staggering $2.6 million. This supercar is powered by a super 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG, which produces 720 horsepower and 778 pound-feet worth of torque. It is capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour within 2.8 seconds and hits an astonishing top speed speed of 238 miles per hour, which makes it one of the fastest cars on the planet. It's crazy to think that The Rock would pay $2.6 million for a low-slung car when he's more of an SUV guy, but it seems he only got it so he could have the hottest entrance for the Ballers premiere. You don't need a car to make you the hottest in the room, Dwayne. Number 13, the 2013 Ferrari LaFerrari. We've saved the absolute best for last with the special edition 2013 Ferrari LaFerrari. This exotic vehicle is The Rock's most unique car, as there were less than 25 of his matte white version made. Its estimated value of over $3 million makes it the most expensive car he's ever owned. Slightly disappointed that it's not an SUV. With its 6.3-liter V12 engine, which works with an electric motor to produce 950 horsepower and the ability to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds and reach a top speed of 218 miles per hour, the Ferrari LaFerrari is a supercar that allows The Rock to live out his fast and furious life away from the screens. So which of the cars in his expensive collection is your favorite, and which ones do you think are a bit meh? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.